running. So Jamal Murray and Gary Harris will open with Millsap and Michael Porter Jr. Jokic. And got a whistle. B. Steph back into their 2-3 zone, and Wiggins lasers in a three. So Oubre missed one, but Andrew Wiggins hits his first triple.
His eyes lit up when he saw Nikolai Jokic. Got to go at this dude's life. Just get a little separation, knock it down.
Two-man game, Jokic and Murray. They begin almost every possession with those two and then satellite off of them. Shot clock down to 5, and beautiful cut by Gary Harris to flip it up and in.
You always have to be alert off the ball on defense. There is no quit in this team. They got Gary Harris back, who almost knocked down that three there. But it's fun to watch when a team is inspired and they're playing for each other and they're having a good time like the Warriors were doing when
this is the three, and I think in the early going, the Warriors have already taken 4 threes.
Well, with Klay Thompson, shout out to Klay Thompson. Get well soon. We're praying for you. But with him out, you got to get some stops, maybe get some deflections, take advantage of your athleticism on the defensive end. Is Michael Porter Jr. really good defender, but he's just got to work on it. And obviously, he's taken that to heart.
Wiggins turned it over, and Porter runs the floor, and that you'll see that the one-hand pickup gets stolen in the end. Guys are so talented on both ends. As Steph Curry hits the three, and like you said, dribble, handoff, center screen, and shooter in the world.
Whoever Nikolai Jokic is guarding, go set a screen for Steph, because he doesn't want to be up on the ball screens. He's going to drop, and Steph is going to have that shot all night.
The fact that Kevon Looney is moving around healthy again. Curry had made one, missed the three there.
Steph looks kind of slow.
You can't give him even an ounce of daylight. I mean, he is as good a stroke for right there. That was beautiful.
He shoots the three ball really well, and early on in the bubble he was showing out, and then he contributed in the playoffs. That's nice to see from Kelly Oubre.
All right, so you spell corner with a C and Kelly with a K, 40% for his career. So
repeat all that. Can you repeat everything you just said?
I'm just saying, Kelly in the corner, get used to that, because you know the thing is, and you were a good three-point shooter. Now Steph can.
Kelly Oubre made him pay.
I mean, 22 feet's different than 23.9. I'm not a math major, but I know it's shorter.
And this is where I really like Kelly Oubre on this side. You saw the ball pressure there. Super active hands. This is what you want to do to get some stops. There you go. Get some deflection to his game. Gotta love Jamal Murray.
So Looney just given that three. And whether it's Looney or Marquise Chris or eventually Wiseman, they're going to sag on the Warrior bigs and see if they have anybody who can stretch the floor at that position. Millsap well defended.
Could have switched off of him perfectly there. The little handoff screen, get out there and contest, and then you reward yourself on the other side. Got to get.
Wiggins made the three, and Harris made him pay. Yeah, don't strut after you hit the three if you're the last line of defense.
Listen, this isn't a team that
settle for threes with no movement. That's not what Steve Kerr wants to see.
Yeah, you got to get good shots. Your shot selection has to be on point, especially with this group, and the ball movement.
Yeah, they run Jokic as the hub. But how about Oubre?
He was behind there, and he recovered really well. Michael Porter Jr. had to step on him. He shot 38% when he was with Sacramento last year from three-point range. But he is an opportunist. He'll take his drives when they're there. Good player.
And Millsap missing there, and then Jokic sneaking in. Now, ties. Don't have to wear the coat and ties anymore.
Yeah.
You know who's next for that? Broadcasters.
Well, you give a little, take a little. Wear masks so you don't have to dress up as much.
Get the ties out of there. They did that in Orlando, and the coat.
Same shirt.
And Porter, man, what a great quick release.
He can do a lot offensively, and you can do a lot with him. That time was just a wide pin down screen. As Kent Bazemore.
See that shot clock and maybe forcing something else.
As soon as he gets in the game, he's having an impact. You got to love that. That's one thing we were talking about, too. When you join a team, get to whatever it is you do.
Well documented, and Bazemore got the big money in Atlanta. Then he got moved to Sacramento.
It's kind of a blue-collar point guard, but he just knows how to play the game. Really good decision maker, good pick-and-roll player, good vision. Not on the same page, Steph.
Iron. Marquise Chris stayed with that rebound again. Anything you can get transition. And Oubre finishes. That is going to be
from behind, so he compensated for that. Euro step and just fade away to his right as Michael Porter Jr. is flying in from his left.
Jokic, the face up on Marquise. They'll try to back him down. A little spin move, and then just the skills of Nikola Jokic.
Pivot game. Mid-range jumpers, tough.
Eric Pascal.
That jumper looks good.
It does, and it's very smooth.
We see later, super athletic, question mark on the defense. And look at this press from the Warriors. Work on it. It's preseason.
No,
Might as well.
That's it. I mean, how do you play defense? How do you force transition?
There you go.
And there's a steal, and here comes the Warriors running. Wanamaker out to Bazemore to lay it up and in.
Smart. You see how we get even more certain that you can finish.
So Juan Toscano-Anderson is in. Jordan Poole is in. Bazemore, Marquise Chris, and Brad Wanamaker. Monte Morris finding Michael Porter. That's a nice drop-off for a young player to send
defense with this team.
On the toss back. Shot clock at 3. And Bazemore's got to bail him out, and he does.
The poise under pressure. That's why they got him. That's why he's here.
Now, Facundo Campazzo from Real Madrid has checked in for Denver. I'm anxious to see him as Jokic drops that in.
He reminds people of. He's got that aggressiveness and the quickness at his size. He can get penetration. Tough, gritty player. Obviously, he's
Monte Morris. They're playing that kind of mighty might backcourt, so I like the Berea thing because the Mavericks used to do that a lot. And we got that over from the Clippers, playing with Campazzo and Monte Morris, PJ Dozier. And then right down the lane, we have Juan Toscano-Anderson commit them by visiting the Warriors shop at Thrive City. Limited supplies available for the holidays. That Oakland Forever stuff, you see Steph in the jersey there? They can't. I mean, it's like the amount of merchandise of Oakland Forever has equaled like post-champion. There's going to be a court. We're going to see some home games that have that court. And that's Kalina Azubuike, we believe, Oakland Forever stuff. I'm loving that.
I'm with it.
Beautiful pass, but Bazemore couldn't finish.
He does move well without the ball, too.
Michael Green off iron. Hartenstein working that glass, and Jordan Poole going to let it. But I think everybody with the Warriors excited for the team to be back, but also how's this team going to look? What are the combos going to be like? Who's going to play well with each other? I mean, it's just been a fun conversation from everybody associated with the franchise.
Well, Joe Lacob is a winner, and that's one thing we saw.
So, too, in terms of the luxury tax, Joe Lacob, Peter Guber, and the Warrior ownership was like, the family, and you don't have a lot of owners that do that to that level.
The ownership is on it.
I think Bob Myers said it at the James Wiseman, Nico Mannion press conference. Can we be better? Let's be better.
Yeah, Bob Myers had to be like, are you sure? Okay.
Monte Morris missing the floater. Hartenstein inside. And that's one. On Toscano-Anderson. Missing off iron there. Roster spot. Michael Mulder, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Alex Tupon. It's a battle to see who's going to make this team.
There's going to be some healthy competition, so you want to be as consistent all the way around with his jumper. You talked about his passing ability. He's got a high basketball IQ.
Well, the thing is, he created his own shot.
Again, he was trending in the right direction before that shutdown, and his confidence right now is through the roof, and he's trying to be a staple of the coaching staff. Hey, I'm ready to take that next step.
I'll tell you, the Warrior minicamp in September, he was the best player. He was fantastic. Campazzo, PJ Dozier will step into a 3, but now that's a mistake in terms.
I know you're in recovery mode there. Obviously, Jordan Poole was in help position trying to clog up that roll, and then you got to fire back out. Defense
free throws from a decent three-point shooter. It's even better, great three-point shooters only make them 40% of the time, right?
Right.
But if you're an 80% free thrower and you get 3 free throws, you're going to have more of that possession. So you just don't want to foul three-point shooters.
It's one of the cardinal sins, foul a jump shooter.
How about Marquise Chris?
Dunks, alley-oop catches.
Well, that was smart. He retreated, did not commit the foul, forced in transition again. We're going to say that a lot this year. Jordan Poole catch and shoot 3, and he drops it in.
Ken Bazemore made that happen. To the paint, draw the deep.
Through Campazzo with a little 1-4 set. Drop it in. Nearly deflected Monte Morris, and that'll be well short. So the Warriors, they started making threes.